Welcome back. Well, it's been 1 year since tragedy struck El Paso, when one of the safest cities in America became the site of a deadly mass shooting. Throughout the year, many impacted have taken time to heal, and for many, the journey to recovery continues. CBS 4 This Morning's Alyssa Bethencourt is live at the Cielo Vista Walmart this morning. She has the very story of a former Walmart employee and the struggles that she has faced along the way. Alyssa?
Everywhere you go and everyone you meet in El Paso seems to have a connection to this tragedy. This morning, I introduce you to Ceci Medina, a longtime Walmart employee who never returned to work after that morning, a morning that changed her life forever. August 3rd, 2019 started off like any other for Ceci Medina. For 25 years, she worked at the Cielo Vista Walmart as a sales associate in the women's clothing section.
I wish I could go back because that was my second home.
That Saturday morning, her husband Eddie took her to work.
I dropped her off at 6:30.
Neither knew it would be her last time there.
That day my life changed forever.
She was helping customers when she describes hearing what sounded like balloons popping. Moments later, gunfire.
Run, Code Brown, get out of here. Get out of here. I freeze. I couldn't do anything. Because I would see older ladies trying to run and I couldn't even help them.
Still inside the store, she made a phone call to her husband, worried it might have been the last time she heard his voice.
When at 10:15, 10:30, that's when she called me. And I thought, all I heard was a bunch of loud noises. A lot of people yelling. So I was yelling at her, Ceci, and Bud called probably, so I hung up.
Her longtime co-worker and friend grabbed her by the hand, and the two walked out alive together.
Let's go, Ceci, we gotta get out of here. So she kept trying to take me out, and I couldn't even kind of move. It was so hard. I still don't know how I got out of there.
Others weren't as lucky.
So another one and another one. It was so hard because there were too many ambulances going through there.
The killing spree took the lives of 23 people, leaving dozens more injured and thousands emotionally scarred. The shooting haunts her every day.
I mean, I can't even go out. I try, but it's hard. I just keep looking everywhere, thinking somebody's gonna be in back of me or something.
The tears, pain, panic attacks, doctor's appointments, and process of healing continue for weeks, months, years, and decades. And for every survivor, that journey is different. Doctors diagnose Ceci with depression and PTSD, but still, she says each day is a gift.
Thank God we are alive, and I woke up, and that no matter what, I gotta keep going.
Time goes by. Survivors and the families and loved ones of those killed begin their journey of recovery. For Ceci, the stages of grief may never include forgiving the man who did this.
I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't. Especially because of all that people that he killed. I don't think so. I don't think so.
While Ceci may never return to her second home, her husband has. 1 year later, as the sun sets over the memorial at Walmart, Medina comes to pay tribute.
I just thank God that my wife was able to get away. God gave me a second chance with her. And we're surviving. She's El Paso strong.
I also want to mention that Ceci is a two-time survivor. Not only did she survive the Cielo Vista Walmart shooting, but she also beat breast cancer just last year. She tells me today she'll be lighting a candle for the 23 victims of the August 3rd shooting. I'm live in East El Paso this morning. Alyssa Bethencourt, back to you.
Tonight, we have an incredible story of bravery and courage. KFOX 14's photojournalist Rudy Reyes spoke with Adria Gonzalez, who was inside of the Cielo Vista Walmart on August 3rd. We're hearing the reason why some people are calling her Wonder Woman.
That morning, August the 3rd, I parked the Jeep right in front of the doors of Walmart. We started to hear kids, ha, he, and laughing, and kids with their posters. I don't remember what was the donation about. And I remember 2 girls with their poster and saying to me and my mother, can you please make a donation for our team? And I told them, mija, I don't have cash, but let's, when I come back, I'll give you a donation. Okay, miss, thank you. Once we got inside the Walmart, 10 minutes later, everything happened. Everything happened. We were in the section, the meat section. The meat section, and we were arguing, me and my mother. And I practically saw everything. Everything. People yelling, people screaming, nos van a matar, nos van a matar. Corran, corran. No exit, no, nada. So I come back running and just grabbing people that I can, como loca. Vamos, vámonos, vamos. Everything was clicking like a clock. Time was clicking. Because as we were waiting at the room where the meat was, we waited there for less than 5 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. My wife, she knew that we were inside. I called her. I was like, Marla, I don't know how many there are. I don't know, but if I don't make it, just do what you have to do, and I love you. As the bullets were going, you could hear that they were getting close. But in my mind, I was like, well, how many are there? Because, you know, if he's close or the other one is closer, they might get us here. So we needed to be quiet for some seconds. Boom, vámonos, fuera de aquí. Vámonos, vámonos, vámonos. I started to collect Wonder Woman. Wow. Because the kids remember that I pushed them and I took them out. And they called me my Wonder Woman. I don't even look like Wonder Woman, but that's what they call me. So I collected Wonder Woman, and my Jeep is called Wonder Woman. But in some part, I had some anger at the beginning because of that person that took all those hours. And he had the time to think about what he was doing. He had all that time to think about what he was going to do that morning. And he didn't change his mind. He didn't care. And I was angry. I was angry. My gente, my people, what he did to us. I wanted him to feel that pain. I feel sorry for him. Because hate is a very strong word. It brainwashes people. It takes them to another level like this young man did. I can't have hate.
It's going to attract.
I could forgive, but I can't forget.
And all month long, we're showcasing the reasons that make us El Paso strong.
When we first got here, we were gonna picnic, and then all of a sudden we heard a lady on this end screaming. Somebody fell, and then the mother was on the other side, and they were crying. So my daughter hesitated a little bit, and she said, "Mom, maybe I should go and see what's going on." So she went and asked, and they said, "Yes, my daughter fell." The mother told her. She was 11 years old, and she says, "I think she might have broke something. She fell pretty bad." And my daughter says, she came back to me and she says, "What do I do? I have the kids." I said, "You're a nurse, you do whatever you're supposed to do." So she said, "I gotta go, Mom." And she put a mask on, gloves, and went down so she's been there trying to comfort her pretty much.
One of the main challenges our crews had is pretty steep. A lot of the dirt, the rocks are loose, so they start moving when you're trying to step on them. But our crews, as professional as they are, they were able to bring back the patient.
She decided, "I'm gonna be a nurse." It actually shocked me, and I was like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yes," and she did it.
Well, there's
her shoe.
It takes a lot, and she is one really brave woman. She is, I mean, she tackles everything like a trooper. She's a trooper.
You're today's hero.
Oh, that's not what I want. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
And as far as the hero, she's like, Mom, this is what I do.
Oh my God.
And we're super happy. Thank you. Thank you for the rescue team. Thank you to everybody. Thank you so much for everything, though. I am so relieved.
So it'll be 8 years ago in October, the three of us, Christian, Nick, and I, had an idea or a vision for a gym, a strength and conditioning facility that could accommodate a pretty broad or wide range of athletes and clients, to have programming and workouts that anybody could do. And to this day, I think we've been pretty successful in that regard because we do have such a wide range of clients. We've kept our injuries down. We can make a workout as easy or as difficult as you want it to be.
I've probably already lost about 65 pounds since I started.
No, but how much did you weigh before?
290.
In the beginning, I was a little bit nervous coming to doing this kind of workout for my age. And I started seeing results. I started losing weight. I went down, I dropped like 60 pounds.
We're certified instructors through Jim Jones. Happened to know one of Superman's trainers. He shot me a text, and he was in Deming. They were in Deming filming, and then worked out with them for about a week.
The pandemic had a huge effect on us. Not being able to open our doors, not being able to have members coming in. It was a huge deal.
We discussed it at one point, and we were all ready for a capital call, if you will, but we were trying to avoid that at all costs. And if it wasn't for the people that we had, I mean, I don't think that would have been a possibility.
I think what we could take coming out of this is now more than ever, working out, running, fitness in general, it's what's keeping people healthy, it's what's keeping people healthy mentally.
Well, I like to come down here every morning. I actually come and run about 2 miles a day, and then I feed the pigeons before I leave. I enjoy this. I do this every morning. They already know me. I just love feeding them. Oh, that's okay. How you doing, Laura? Some lady gave me a little nickname, calls me the Birdman. It reminds me of a movie that I saw with Burt Lancaster. I don't know, it's an old movie. I'll probably give my age away here, but it's called Birdman of Alcatraz. To me, it's like some people are in prison and they'll just sit there, but this guy took an interest in one bird, and before you knew it, taking care of them, bring them back to health. It was really a nice movie. There you go. Come on. Come on, guys. With everything that's going on in this world today, and it's like, it's just nice to do something like this and people care. You know, with all the violence and law enforcement and riots and looting, and it's just so many things going on, and you know, the murders and all that. It's just a different world. I worked for a company, Helen of Troy, and I got laid off. You know, this COVID is just taking a toll on people, and I've been out of work for about 2 months, so I'm looking. I was just one of the unfortunate ones too. We'll just take it one step at a time. God provides for everything. I'm good. Something will come up.
I remember this particular night where an off-duty police officer that first would hire to do protection during the night shifts, he called me. I was bringing in the buggies, and he goes, "Ben, come here, let me have a conversation with you."
How old were you?
I was 16 at that time, yes, and about to turn 17. And he told me, what are you going to do when you graduate high school? And I go, I really don't know. And he told me his journey and his story, that he joined the Air Force, did Air Police, back then it was Air Police, military police, and then he got out, came back to El Paso and joined the El Paso Police Department. And that got me to thinking, maybe I could do that. And the next day I went and talked to the recruiter.
My grandfather was Army as well. All my uncles were Marines, Vietnam veterans. So I figured might as well keep the tradition going. This is when my dad was very young, United States Marine Corps. He was in it also. This is when I think when he was just out of high school and in the military there. You have all of us here. These are our boot camp pictures. That's my son Ray, myself, and Chris.
Is this Chris?
Yes, sir, that's Chris. This one here just reminds us that our son passed away. You know, we have, they were sent to us with all his belongings from Afghanistan. Dino was, actually he was stationed with our son, Staff Sergeant Christopher Diaz, which was KIA, September of 2011. And Dino and him were out doing maneuvers. Highly decorated, well-known dog, and our son as well within the Marine Corps. And our son got killed, but he survived. Our son put Dino away before he went back in to help another service member, another Marine, and a Navy corpsman.
I could share with you here behind me on my side, on my left side, there's a cutoff of the top of the inside of a hat, and there's tick marks. And in those tick marks don't represent the days that I was deployed. Those tick marks represent those service members that died. And I had to carry into the morgue and prepare them to send them back home to their families.
There's a lot of veterans that have passed, and they took a lot with them. They didn't say very much. They didn't speak about it. My family members, they don't talk about Vietnam. You know, yes, you know that they were in there, that they were there fighting, but it's not spoken. And I think that's how Iraq was and Afghanistan is, you know, and it just needs to be recognized a little more, and we need to understand that our men and women have gone through a lot.
Veterans are the example, because if someone's thanking me for something that I did, and I did it not to get the thank yous, I did it because I wanted to serve. But if I'm being thankful for that service that many of us did, I want to make sure that I'm being the right example.